Munchkins. This is a situational video. It's being made, I'll explain that in a minute. And it's a time constraint video, which means that I apologize, I'm having to make this video off a road. So when the cars go by, I'll stop talking. And then whenever I'm in the middle of talking, if a car goes by, I'll just continue my statements once the cars pass. Now, today's date, I'm getting ready to have the phone tell you, because this phone's got a feature in the tools menu, okay, that's called the voice command. And once you access it, you can go down to the time and dates.
Say a command.
And as a result, the phone will tell you the time and date. Listen.
December 23rd, Monday, 9:29 a.m.
Okay. Why am I making this video? They locked me out of my post office box on, well, today's the 23rd, and it happened on last Wednesday, so let me go to the calendar so I can give you the exact date that I noticed it. It was the 18th, okay, of December. I went to my post office box in Point Loma and could not turn the key at all. So I approached the counter and I said, what's going on? And after waiting in a long line for 15 minutes, and the guy said that he'll go and check it for me, and then he got the mail out for me, came back and handed it to me, and he said that it was the amount of mail that was in the post office box that interfered with the lock's ability to turn. I said, well, good, great then. I go, that should be no problem. So I took the mail from his hand, and before I left, I went to go make sure that everything was copacetic. So I went back to the P.O. box and put the key in it, and it still wouldn't move. It wouldn't even budge at all. So I went back to the counter and said that wasn't the problem because I still can't turn my key. And I said, so can you look up on the computer what's going on in reference to, you know, why they would change the locks? Hang on a second. Now, when I first walked in there and noticed that this was the situation in reference to me not being able to turn the key, I asked him to look up on the computer to make sure that my post office box hadn't expired in reference to it being paid up and, you know, being paid up. And I told him that I was in the post office in late November and that there was no post office box fee notice in my mail in the very last week of November. Because that's usually when they put it in there, towards like the middle of the month or the third week of the month. So you'll be able to get it in time in order to pay it. Also, all the mail that he handed me, okay, from late November up until December 18th, there was no post office box fee renewal notice in my mailbox either. So I'm not being locked out of my mailbox because of not paying my post office box fee. He handed me all my mail on that day, and there was no post office box fee notice in the mail on that day either. Now, I'm having a hard time finding my receipts right now, but I can prove the last time I paid it because, hang on, I'm an organized stalking, gang stalking target. As a result of me being a target of organized stalking and gang stalking, I have to wear a running recording tape recorder on me at all times. And which is what I do. Okay? And so the last time I made a payment on it, I believe it was probably June, July, or August 2013. Because I've been paying for it by the year. Now, I'm sure that purchase has been caught on audio file. I can't find the receipts for it. I spent the whole weekend looking for them. Now, let me prove to you that I'm a target of gang stalking. I'm getting ready to transfer over to you. Hang on. Right now I'm getting ready to transfer over to you right now a segment of an audio file of an event that transpired on Thanksgiving Day on the very street that I'm on right now. Listen to how these guys are saying gang stalk, and then they say gang of stalk, and I'm going to F you up.
Okay, this is a recorded copy of a segment of the event that took place on Thanksgiving Day. Do you hear gang stalk being said by two people, gang stalking being said by the one guy, and that same person saying gang of stalking, I'm going to F you up.
that occurred on this sidewalk on Thanksgiving Day. On October 15th, 2013, on October 15th, 2013, I was at a Jack in the Box 2 blocks away from my post office. I was gang stalked inside that Jack in the Box every single time I went in there. Some of it was caught on video. Go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Gang Stalking at Jack in the Box." Okay? Rosecrans and Nimitz. And when you look at those videos, you're going to be listening for gang stalk being said, oh my god, crazy and weird, being repeatedly said. And there's multiple videos online concerning the videos of it being caught inside that Jack in the Box, and then additional videos of uploaded audio files of the audio that was caught when I was in those Jack in the Box on previous occasions. Make sure you look in the description of each YouTube video for cooperating additional YouTube titles that will hold the same evidence. Okay? So I had to call the police. And then when the police came out, I told them that I got over 800 separate audio files of these words being said around me everywhere I go. And I said that's their way to let me know that I'm being gang stalked, is by getting around me and repeating the name of it everywhere I go. I told him I got over 800 audio files of it being caught. And you know what he said to me? He goes, well, I tell you what, why don't we call a psychologist out here for you? He was intimidating me. So then this was caught, what you just heard, on a sidewalk 19 miles away on Thanksgiving Day, 43 days later. Now it's been caught on several audio files since then, practically every single day since then as well. Now the Jack in the Box is 2 blocks away from the Point Loma post office. Okay? We're going to see if any event transpires concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me, okay, on my way to Point Loma on any day. Any day. I have a feeling, now you can go to Google right now and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and postal employees. Or you can go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking and mail theft and mail delayment. Now listen to this. If you're in front of a computer right now and you got the time to do it, go to Amazon and type in the following title: Electronic Torture, Electronic Rape, Technology, and Gang Stalking at the Post Office. The book was written by a woman by the name of Jewel Crayon, spelled K-R-A-Y-A-N. That was a postal employee who wrote that book. And the whole entire book mentions gang stalking and organized stalking practically on every page. It's even in the title of the book. Okay, it's even mentioned in the title of the book. And she talks about how she's being gang stalked at work at the post office by her supervisors. So, do you honestly think that gang stalking is not going on at the post office? Now, I have caught on several occasions, not that very many, but enough, gang stalking being said around me inside that post office. So, my post office box B is paid up. I have no doubt in my mind at all it is. And I can eventually prove it, because I have a feeling I still have the receipt somewhere, okay? It's just, look, everybody knows that if they were to carry all their receipts around with them every single day over 2, 3, 4, 5 months, that stuff gets in your way. It gets in your way just being in your pockets. So I set them aside. And for all I know, the gang stalkers could have stolen them. But understand this and be clear. Understand, think about this. Hang on a second. Think about this. What's the likelihood of me calling the police and I got an incident number proving it, and when that incident happened at Jack in the Box, it was all being tape recorded? I literally, and that audio file has already been uploaded to the internet. Me literally showing, me stating to the San Diego police that they were getting around me every single day, everywhere I go, saying gang stalking. And that's done to let me know I'm being gang stalked and to taunt me and harass me concerning it. Because they gotta know who I am and where I'm at to do it. It's their way to make you feel stalked. Also, repeating certain physical gestures is their way to let you feel stalked. Now, think about this. Me telling those San Diego police officers on October 15th, 2013, everything I told them concerning that was caught on audio file. It was then uploaded to the internet. Then I've caught it happening on subsequential dates every single day, including the Thanksgiving event that you just heard happening in La Jolla, 19 miles away from the Jack in the Box. So do you really think I need to see a psychologist? Ew. Sorry about that. I got allergies. So we're going to see if any event transpires concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me. Now, that includes assaults, accusations, threats, incidences, okay, robbery, including staging an event and tying me up in it physically, and then a third party stealing my backpack that's got my computer in it. Or knocking me over, causing it to break. Okay. This is the shit that I gotta put up with on a daily basis. Now, why would they be doing that if this is related to gang stalking? Because recently I've been researching again law firms' addresses and lawyers' addresses. I've also been going back to completing letters to lawyers online. Now, cyber surveillance, computer hacking, and email account infiltration is a method of gang stalking, and that can be Googled. Just Google it, and you'll see I'm telling you the truth. Every single time that I have prepared to go to a lawyer, okay, or file citizens review board complaints, something major's happened. That's right. So we're gonna see what bullshit is used to tell me that they can't figure out why I'm locked out of my post office box. Now let me give you a case in point. In the past, when I've gotten these post office fee notices in my mailbox, I go there to get my mail. I notice that the notice is in my P.O. box. I then take it out of the P.O. box and walk right to the counter and pay it. And I've done that at least twice. Both separate times I've walked up to the counter and individuals who were right behind the counter, already waiting on other employees, updated my P.O. box with the computer. They took my money and updated it. So why can't any regular post employee right now access my P.O. box on the computer? Hang on. They're trying to say... They're trying to say only a specific individual has access to the computer to figure out who owns the P.O. box. Total complete bullshit, because every time I've renewed the P.O. box, as a result of getting these P.O. box notices in my mail, I take the P.O. box notice out of my mail, out of the P.O. box, take it and walk straight to the counter and pay the renewal fee to the post office employees who were already at the counter. So, and they had to bring it up on the computer in order to update it, so I can already tell that that's a complete lie. So we're going to see what kind of BS is used against me today concerning why I can't access it, and we're going to try and see if they might even go as far as saying that I'm receiving things in the mail illegally that I shouldn't be, which is total complete bullshit. Now, could this be happening? I'm just saying could this be happening because I was being gang stalked as I was hiking 150 feet away from the San Diego FBI building? That's federal, babies. Alright, I gotta go. So we're gonna see what kind of bullshit happens along my route today. Assaults, threats, incidences, complaints, any problems with my bike or my bike lock, the damage of any part of my bike, the damage of my bike lock, which would prohibit me from being able to unlock it to use it once I lock it up. I'm also going to be going to a library today and a store today to buy a radio, and maybe a restaurant. So we're going to see if any event transpires concerning me, about me, towards me, around me, or against me as a result of me going to any business over in the Point Loma area. Okay, definitely concerning any business or bus route off of 923 bus route, the 28 bus route, any bus stop off of Rosecrans, okay, any bus stop or route off of Nimitz, because this is the area where the assault took place at. This is the area where the Jack in the Box event took place at. That's right. So we're going to see if anything happens. Because think about this, if they stage an event and then I call the police or somebody else calls the police, because when they stage events, they also stage witnesses. Will one of these two San Diego police officers come back out who was involved in the October 15th event? So we can say, now you're saying that you're being gang stalked at the post office, or now you're saying you're being gang stalked at this business? We definitely think you're crazy now, Leslie. We think it's best that we put you in county mental health. That's a method of gang stalking. 800 audio files don't lie, sweet peas. And I'm going to tell you something right now, okay? Neither does this phone. Okay? What you hear on this transferred segment of an audio file happened on this sidewalk in La Jolla, California on Thanksgiving Day. And what you're hearing, these guys say gang stalk and then gang stalking, I'm going to F you up, is what I told the San Diego police at that Jack in the Box 43 days before this event occurred on Thanksgiving Day. Listen again.
Okay, this is a recorded copy of a segment of the event that took place on Thanksgiving Day. Do you hear gang stalk being said by two people, gang stalking being said by the one guy, and that same person saying gang is stalking, I'm going to F you up.
Alright, now I don't know how well you can hear it because I don't know how well you can hear that because of traffic, but we're gonna see what happens. I don't know if, look, all you gotta do is research every single description I've described in this video, and then cross-reference how many Google-generated responses you get to each description, the statements that the targets are making online concerning the blogs that are dedicated to these descriptions, and you'll see I'm telling you the truth. Now, we're gonna see if any event transpires along my routes any day, including today's date. Any day that I got to go over into any neighborhood in Point Loma, any neighborhood, okay, any business, any bus route, okay, and this also includes downtown San Diego because I go down there sometimes to use the law library, and today I got to go down there to go to a dollar store in order to buy a radio. We're going to see if any event transpires in there because these assholes, they use homeless people like you would not believe. Because they're hard to trace down after an event, okay, and they're cheaply bought. Alright, I gotta go. I appreciate you listening. Have a nice day.